I choose.
What is a facial?
Things to where you exfoliate. They put the mask on you. They put the hot steam on you, and you get all that dead skin off, and then you're shining.
Now, back to Steiny and Guru on 95.7 The Game.
I choose you, Evan. Yeah, this is one of my favorite songs.
Well, I'm glad we're coming in with this song. I got a nugget on this in a second, but I do want to remind people again, we will in a few minutes. You got to keep listening because we're going to give you a chance to play in the 3-on-3 Hoop It Up tournament August 11th, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. at Thrive City. Second consecutive year of this. We're giving you your chance, 3 listener teams when you hear this sounder.
They got cheese in the trunk. I asked for cheese on the taco, and they put it on.
I guess that's a sounder.
Wow.
Yeah. That was Daryl the Guru Johnson. But did you know that, so the International Players Anthem, so that first part during Andre Three Stacks' verse, Pimp C was pissed at him.
Why?
Because the song was supposed to be about players. It wasn't supposed to be about love and matrimony.
Okay. Wow, I didn't know that.
And Three Stacks puts together this like beautiful ballad and about how he's walking to the altar and he's seeing the love of his life walk down the hallway. And then it goes right into Pimp C's verse about whatever.
Man.
Yeah, apparently he wanted him to rewrite it, but he said no.
They played this in, I hope you've seen this movie, The Mac, filmed in Oakland, California, Max Julian, rest in peace. They played that song in there, I Choose You. Tell me you've seen The Mac.
The Mac?
Yeah. He was pimping.
I haven't seen The Mac.
Oh, you got to watch it, man. It's a class. Richard Pryor's in there.
All right, I'll watch The Mac this weekend.
Oakland. Yeah.
You go watch Fresh. How about that?
It's done.
You can swap some stuff.
What happened?
Oh, I was just reading something. Oh, apparently, that's fine. But all right.
If it's an error I made, I need to know now. What?
No, it was an error I made. That's okay.
Okay, what is it, Evan? I want to hear.
I guess it was a slightly different version of that story. Bun B was mad because he cut the beat out. I'm pretty sure I read Pimp C wasn't happy with
I like your version. Let's go, baby.
Nah, they both could be true. We'll see. Look, that's the thing. You got to be willing to admit when you're wrong, okay? Not, wholly. Like, if there's something that, I don't know, I feel like my opinion is correct, then I'm not going to back down from it. But if I get something factually incorrect, I'm willing to fess up to that.
I'm the poster child for it. Yeah. Come on now.
Yeah, we react to new information. That's what we do. The new information this season with the San Francisco 49ers is that, look, they're gearing up. I want to place emphasis on year 3 of the rookie deal with Brock Purdy because based on the salary cap, the new era quarterbacks that are getting paid, and there's 8 $50 million per year dudes right now, a lot of those guys have had their best chances to win a Super Bowl. Or I should say their best teams, the best collection of talent in year 3 of their rookie deal. That's why teams are trying to build as quickly as possible. It's why a team like we saw last night, the Houston Texans, I think have been so aggressive in free agency and in the offseason, going to get Stephon Diggs, bringing in Joe Mixon. A team like the Chicago Bears, able to get Keenan Allen, paying DJ Moore, drafting Rome Odunze, trying to build their core around Caleb Williams. So right now, Brock Purdy, I think this is the last best collection of talent he's going to have at his disposal. Either because guys are getting a little bit older or because they're going to have to make decisions surrounding the amount of money they pay Brock Purdy.
No doubt. Or if he morphs into what you want to see, a guy that has major growth and he becomes the modern day Tom Brady to where he doesn't need, a top tier receiver like Mahomes last year. Remember how that offense was struggling, but he was the one constant saved them and they won the Super Bowl. But I'm just saying, Evan, if it gets to that point and we're assuming that Brock Purdy gets paid just this enormous amount of money and you're going to lose talent, you don't need an Ayuk or Debo in a perfect world with the Brock Purdy because he's going to make up for it with what's between his ears. Now, I wouldn't want to go that route. I want Justin Jefferson on the outside. I want Jamar Chase and CeeDee Lamb. But it's just a thought. If he does turn into that guy, just from I know you talked about it, a leader standpoint, but what comes along with it is a maturity to where, hey, we still can get to the ultimate goal if I don't have a top tier or top flight receiver on the outside. They got cheese in the trunk. I asked for cheese on the taco, and they put it on.
All right, so that truth-speaking sentence by Daryl the Guru Johnson is your cue to get to the contest line right now at 415-523-4652. Again, that's 415-523-4652. That's our contest line for 95.7 The Game. The first 3 listeners that call in will get a chance to have their registration paid for the Hoop It Up basketball tournament 3-on-3, which returns to Thrive City Sunday, August 11th from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. We're putting a team together and sending them out there, and you get your chance to do so as well. Call in 415-523-4652. That is the contest line. Also, for more information, go to hoopitup.com/San Francisco. If you think you can beat our team, again, hit the contest line, 415-523-4652. Get your guys or your girls, gals, women, together, and we'll see you right there on August 11th.
Let's go, baby. And we're picking up the tab for 3 teams.
Sounds like the ship.
Yeah, look at you. Let's go,
up the
baby.
tab. Yes, sir. Look, it's all, I mean, it's a payday Friday. It feels appropriate, Gil. You know, I mean, I know you might have got a little bit early, but that's fine. The rest of us, sliding out today, which
honestly, we've been drying out this whole week. I've been going to the gym. We have not. Usually we'll get a little salami sandwiches, a sandwich. But so it'll be better today. If you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Not having that same hamburger every day. When you kind of back off it, and then when you get it, it's like, yeah.
Well, that's what, I'm looking forward to 2 o'clock. Looking forward to hanging out with you, with Kim, with Carter.
2:11.
Yeah, well.
Got the
11 or 12.
Well, it's kind of fluctuating here lately.
No, I'm a guy who needs a hard out. If I need to get out 2:12 or 2:10, I need a hard out. I'll throw the bag over the shoulder and do my Steiny impression and just get up out of here on 95.7 The Game.
Looking for my cricket button.
Oh. Hey, Goo.
Freaky Friday. I got you.
Hey, Goo.
What's up, baby? Talk to me.
What's the most surprising sports move that's happened in the Bay Area this summer, you think?
Wow. Evan, that is...
I knew I threw that curveball at you.
No, I'm going to say it. And Klay Thompson leaving. That shocked me. I understand it, but you're telling me now the big 3 is gone? Finito? And Klay was the one gone? How weird is that? So, Evan, I love the question. #random. That shocked the hell out of me. Just think about it. Klay Thompson is no longer a Warrior.
I think at this time last year, if you told me that Klay wasn't going to be on the Warriors, that would shock me. But the way that everything unfolded this season, I wasn't surprised, especially after all the breadcrumbs leaking and kind of being laid out that he wasn't happy and it was trending towards this. By the time it happened, I was not surprised. And in fact, I think I expected it. What surprised me this summer was the Niners drafting Ricky Pearsall.
Damn, that's
not as big of a name as Klay Thompson, but because I thought we'd get to this point, Goo, where Brandon Ayuk was going to be dapping up Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch. I also think I thought he'd be putting ink to paper.
Yeah,
but if that's the case, like if I told you on draft night that we'd be in this position where you and I both believe that Ayuk is still going to be here this season and is going to get a contract, wouldn't it be surprising that they would draft a wide receiver in the first round?
No doubt. Super surprising. And I don't want to, it's no victory lap because I don't want it, Evan. But remember, you, myself, and Steiny did the show where we said Klay stay or go, Ayuk stay or go. My answer was they both go. And Klay's gone, and I don't want to be right. But, Evan, how can you be a team on the cusp of trying to win a Super Bowl, one that would – I love Kyle. We should have been to 3 and 1, 2. How can you defend the drafting of Pearsall when that's supposed to be a position of strength? Why am I up here flabbergasted about what's going on with Ayuk? I think what I need to hone in on, the fact that he hadn't been traded draft night or up until this point. So the Larry Krugers of the world, and I keep going to Philadelphia, Texas, and like, Evan, do I sound stupid? Like, maybe that's why they drafted Ricky Pearsall, because they were going to get off of Ayuk, and they don't want to meet his demand financially.
Well, I would never call you stupid, but I don't think that's an uninformed thought. Like, it is kind of strange now. If it was almost to protect yourself, I wonder, that can't be it. I don't think the pick was just to protect themselves from Ayuk leaving. I think they believed that Pearsall was probably the best player on the board at that time. And there was dual motives because whether it was Ayuk or Debo, you might have the need for a receiver. But Ricky Pearsall is going to play in the slot. And I don't think at Florida he played much on the outside. Like that's his role, and he's really good at it. And I hope that Pearsall is going to turn into a nice player. But I just find it hard to see that if Debo's healthy, if Ayuk is back and he's healthy, and of course Jauan Jennings is healthy, I don't know how Pearsall gets on the field much. And that seems like a lot of draft capital to invest in a player that, like, he might help you on kickoffs, which we found out yesterday are kind of interesting.
I kind of like it.
You do?
Yeah, because the collisions won't be as vicious, and I'm thinking, come on, go get out of here. I'm thinking about guys' lives down the road, but Evan, I think we're going to see a lot more returns and less CTE and top of the line collisions. So that's why I'm excited. If you watched last night, it's going to sound crazy. I kind of text you on the thread. It's like a run play almost. Like, dude, they can't move until the kick returner gets the ball. So I feel like we're going to see some, he taking it to 30 minutes, right. I think we're going to see some of that. I'm excited about it. And nothing's worse, Evan, than the touchback. Why even waste our time if you ain't bringing it out? Dude's kicking it way in the stands. But I got to go back to what you just said. I'm all over. I'm excited. I can taste it.
It's Friday.
Evan, it's almost like if they keep Ayuk, you almost wasted a pick. In a sense of bang for your buck.
Yeah. I can't say that they
had to go there.
No, I can't say they wasted it because who knows? Pearsall could turn into a really nice player. But
the odds of that, Evan, on a team that doesn't throw it like the Detroit Lions or the Dallas Cowboys,
Well, and this is from the 408, the Xfinity mobile text line. Pearsall has nothing to do with Ayuk. They need depth at receiver. They played Chris Conley in the Super Bowl. I mean, fair, but I also think that there are other positions in which their depth is either just as, if not more, depleted.
O-line.
Offensive line. I mean, you could even look at the defensive line after losing Armstead. Malik Collins is a serviceable player. They brought in Leonard Floyd, signed Yetur Gross-Matos. But this is a team that invests a lot in their defensive line. And maybe there wasn't a guy there that they felt comfortable with.
Well, that's the company line that we're hearing. Okay, I get it. But, Evan, real quick here, am I overestimating the talent of one Jauan Jennings, who made a touchdown in the Super Bowl and a big play to keep their season alive against the Packers? Am I missing something in regard to, is he like, did you need Pearsall so bad that Jauan Jennings couldn't have been your fill-in? You know what I mean? Like, what am I missing on Jauan Jennings? Am I overestimating his talent? That's what makes it more, just peculiar that you got Pearsall when Jauan Jennings, when you needed him, showed up more times than not.
888-957-9570 is the number. Evan and Versteini with Goo. Maybe you can help us figure this out. Again, I just kind of threw it out there. The most surprising sports move that a Bay Area team has made this summer.
That's a good question.
Kind of coming to a close. We're starting to see things become crystallized a bit. And look, Ayuk is not under lock and key yet, but... Oh, did you have one?
I want a do-over.
Okay.
The trading of one Solaire from the San Francisco Giants. Seriously, man. You won one,
They won the game.
I don't understand it.
On to Cincinnati.
Sports, man. Yeah, okay, that's how I'm feeling. You need offense. It's hemorrhaging. It is below standard. And you go give away a guy that on a good day could be your bopper.
Yeah, but if I'm going to be real, the poster boy for the offense operating below standard is Jorge Soler. I mean, seriously.
Not Chapman? I mean, I put them all in.
No, but I mean, Chapman hasn't been...
It's a collective.
Yeah, I mean, look, Chapman hasn't been Nolan Arenado in his prime. He hasn't even been Matt Chapman in his prime. But at least he plays defense. Like, Soler's your DH.
Ah, man.
His only job is to hit.
I'm not mad at that.
And he hasn't hit. Now, if you're saying surprising from the big picture standpoint of you moved off him a year after giving him multiple years, that would, like...
We thought they were going to buy.
At the beginning of the season, if you told me they shipped Soler at the deadline, I would be surprised.
Wow. And that would signal to you this year went all bad.
Yes, and it has.
Right now, it is.
It's kind of the way that I felt
4.5
about
back.
Chris Paul at the beginning of the Warriors season last year.
Talk to me.
If they had traded him at the deadline, it meant the season went horribly wrong.
Interesting.
And they ended up, I guess, just using him to save some money.
And the season still went horribly wrong. Bottom feeder.
Yeah, no, the season was not great.
I don't want to hear
The season
about
was a
46. Did you qualify? Nope.
Damn it, you're turning into Steiny.
Yeah. Bottom feeder.
I want to fight both.
Curry used, I couldn't believe he used that term. If you want to be a bottom feeder.
Do you think he believes they were a bottom feeder?
When you don't make the playoffs, what are you? Evan, I'm being real. Forget the Warriors. If you don't make the playoffs, that's Scrubville. That's Lotteryville.
Oh, they didn't have a pick.
Well,
so
but you earned it.
Yeah.
So you think he just so happened to say bottom feeder and had his team not in there? That's what made that so cryptic.
That's true.
They won 46. I don't care. What did it get you into?
Nothing. They were so close. Oh, they were so close. I mean, look, the
Niners are the Bay's only hope right now. Let's put that right on the table. Brought to you by Atco.
Whoa.
Let's keep it real. The Giants are a mess. The Warriors did make the playoffs.
Whoa.
And no, I'm just for real.
The only hope?
Right now.
Luke Skywalker?
I was going there. You beat me
to
it.
Or Ben Kenobi, sorry.
Right now. That's it.
I don't know about the only hope. There's no hope for the Warriors whatsoever.
Talking about the cycle that is just passed or
they
the
got
one we're
D'Anthony
currently
Melton.
in.
Slow-mo.
Yeah, good. He was
coming in to save the day.
It's bigger than them. We need the big boys. Who's going to be the starting two for the Warriors? Just like when we go to the cafeteria, pour me a double just on that question.
Pajemski.
And then Kerr saying, we got 4 or 5. This is going to be like it's tryouts? This ain't Lake Merritt College. Like, come on, man. It's the Warriors. You shouldn't have openings.
Hey, look, man.
I'm being real. I'm letting it all out before it's time to get back.
I'm going to be real, too, then. Steve Kerr's holding tryouts for Team USA. Why can't he hold tryouts for the Golden State Warriors?
Why don't I care?
We don't even know what the starting 5 is for tomorrow's game.
Who cares?
Well, we do, but it's different from last game.
Do you think people are really mad that Tatum and Embiid aren't playing?
Probably. Yeah, Boston Celtics fans are pissed off.
Our society it's messed up.
Embiid might be mad. I don't know.
He won the game by 30 almost.
He's running an AAU team, basically. That's the best in the world.
Oh, my God.
The parents are pissed off because their kid's not getting in the game. You can't play everybody. George Kittle's not going to have 150 yards each week.
97 on Madden, by the way.
Why? Not that good.
Because he blocks.
He's not that good.
I told you what happened at the Bay Area Sports Hall of Fame event. Bonte, John Taylor, and I, we talked about a good hour.
You keep bringing that up.
Because he was telling Kyle that Kittle needs to be involved more in the passing game. And I can make one argument or two that's why they haven't won the Super Bowl. But he was running open in the 19 Super Bowl. Kittle was like deer in the field, and Jimmy just missed him. So the ball didn't even come his way. And then the one he got right before half, and they called offensive pass interference. So I'll let that there.
I did read that John Taylor just wants the Niners to pay Ayuk. I mean, just give him his chicken. Although that doesn't necessarily shock me because Taylor was the number 2 receiver, right? It wasn't the number 1 option.
Gotcha. He was a bad boy.
So he's going to stick up for those guys. He's going to stick up for the Ayuks. He might be the best receiver, pure, but he's not the number 1 option on the Niners.
Man, I just came in today, went to bed after coming from the Chiro. Dr. JoJo Jolly, my chiropractor in Newark. I feel like I could dunk right now.
Well, you look brand new. You got a haircut.
Yeah, but the shoulders are up. The neck ain't drooping. Like, I'm ready. My boy put hands on me. But listen, when Larry Krueger says, our own Larry Krueger says,
and we love him,
he might get traded, Evan, like, until we find out there's a deal, that's on the table, bud.
Well, yeah, he also might get signed. But again.
Right, but I'll tell you. Yeah.
Actually, I think right now that would be the biggest surprise of the summer. If Brandon Ayuk gets traded to me, that would be
good call.
The biggest surprise so far of the summer. And again, that's what we kind of want to get into right now. 888-957-9570. There's been some moves that have happened to the Bay Area sports scene. What's the biggest surprise to you? And we got one of our favorites, BPA, Palo Alto.
Man, I like
from Palo Alto on the line. BPA, what's going on, man? How are you?
Guys, how you doing?
What's up, baby? Talk
good.
to us.
Hey, Yeah, I actually changed my mind as I waited, but yeah, my biggest surprise is the Warriors' failure. The Warriors' failure to secure a second or even third option for Steph.
Wow.
To help Steph. That, to me, is my biggest surprise, especially when they had sort of made a decision to move off Clay or not prioritize Clay. I thought for sure, right, you would actually get Steph some help, and they didn't. And now they're saying they're good. They don't want to get him. They don't want to get him help. And I'll pair that with my next thought, which is don't be surprised if Steph Curry publicly asks for a trade after the Olympics. Yeah, that's my prediction.
BPA, I'm going to leave you with this one.
Well, damn.
As down as last year was for Warrior fans, if you're telling me right now we don't know who the starting two guard is, I'm turning into Steiny on this Friday. I mean, how frightening is that? Steph doesn't even know who his starting two is. Just think about that. And I'm in the world of, I'm Mr. Optimistic. But I'm telling you, Evan and BPA, if he's still listening, that's scary. Evan, they don't know who their starting two is. Let me tell you who does know.
Yes, they do.
Who?
It's Brandon Podziemski.
We don't know. I want him to be the guard, the backup point, the Chris Paul.
I feel just as confident in Brandon Ayuk being a 49er this year as I do Brandon Podziemski being the starting two guard.
Do you mean that?
I do. I seriously do.
I feel like you don't.
Well, no, I don't know what that means. I mean, I'm not sure that Pods is.
Yeah, I'm rooting for the kid. I love him.
Yeah, I think he's a good player.
But is he a starting two on a championship team?
Who else? Like, seriously. Wow. I mean, maybe Melton.
Let's be honest. Let's put some respect on his name. Before the back injury, Melton was a baller. I've seen him do it.
The back injury is the only reason he's a Warrior, I think.
Okay. Well, then you're given the stamp of approval when healthy.
Yeah,
but do you want to even put Pods in that position? I'm sure he wants it, but I think he's a PG. He gets others involved. He's a good passer. Why wouldn't year two be, hey, I'll come off the bench, provide that energy. But Evan, that's like feeding them to the wolves, I believe, the starting two.
I don't know if it'd be feeding him to the wolves. I mean, all those things you just mentioned are things that Steve Kerr values. So whether it's the right choice or not, I just think they like his game a lot. The way they talk about him, and I'll say this too, because the name Markkanen's been floated around. Evan Siddery, I believe, of Yahoo Sports reported earlier today or yesterday that all signs of that Markkanen signing long term with Utah. That's going to be expected next week.
That's today.
I think he has until August 6th, but yeah, that was the report by Siddery. And, they're expecting $40 million.
Run it back.
But that's because the Warriors and the Jazz were never close on a deal. And I think a big reason is because the Warriors don't want to part with Podziemski. And I'm going to be honest, if maybe not the Jazz, but if I'm a team that is trying to, instantly improve and get better, because of the contract situation and because of the rookie control, I do think I would rather ask for Podziemski than Kuminga. No matter what you think of Kuminga and how good he's going to be, I would rather have Podziemski on my team because he's more plug and play.
Now, I got to ask this because I love me some Pods. Is that more financial flexibility and the bang for your buck you're getting for the finances? Or that's not in a 100% attraction to Brandon's game for winning basketball.
How about this? I'll tell you why on the other side.
All right, there you go.
We got to hit a break here. Evan Giddings in for Matt Steinmetz with Daryl the Guru Johnson. Again, we're talking about the biggest surprises of the summer. We've heard about Clay. I think it's Ricky Pearsall, and I'll dig into that deeper as to why on the other side as well. And that's what's coming up on The Game, presented by Fremont Bank, celebrating 60 years of full-service banking with no compromises.